Holy moly, this place is a mess. Let's do some bippity boppity boo, shall we? That's better. Down and safe, stand by. So talking about the square plastic tube that's going on the barrel there, there are 6 per gun with the angled edge at the back of the thing and the 90-degree edge at the end. I was originally just going to glue them on, and then it sort of dawned on me that I like things to stay on a bit stronger than if at all possible. So what I've decided to do, as you can see here, if it focuses, I've measured 20 millimeters up to there and drilled a hole, 11 and a half or 115 millimeters up to almost a midpoint, and 20 from that end as well. And I've drilled holes and I've put in, they're very tight, which is good. There we go. There's the hole. And I've basically put in these kind of plastic tubes I've got. They look like drinking straws, but they're actually stronger than that. They were straws from or fiber optic lights. They are hollow. They do have holes in them. But they're a lot stronger than your average drinking straw. So I've put those in all of these. I'm just going to glue them in place now. So then we've got a kind of peg. So once these little tubes are glued into that, then I'm going to put glue across the tube, on the flat bits. I'm going to mark off, that line in the middle is the halfway mark, so basically 3 this side and 3 that side. I'm going to mark off holes for these little pins or pegs to go in, glue all that in, take my time, do them one at a time basically, make sure they're all drilled and glued and pegged and everything. So I think that'll be a lot stronger. Also arrived was a nice reflective roll of reflective mylar tape. I could have used just red paint or something, but I thought a nice bit of sort of metallic reflective tape would be good for the red stripe there. So I put a piece on to test. Looks pretty nice. More than happy with that. For the bit that's blue there, I do have some silver aluminium tape. Okay, so I used the handy dandy scalpel. Holes don't go all the way through, but they're good enough for a drill bit to finish the job, stop the drill slipping all over the place. So it's going to be fiddly, but anyway, let's drill that out and start sticking these rods on this side. We are drilled. We have the rods. Let's start sticking, shall we? And now we're going to speed it up because this took a lot longer than I thought. Things were not lining up too well, and as you can see, I'm taking them back off while trying to force everything to fit in properly. It was at this point I realized my lining up of holes and pegs is not all that it's cracked up to be. And once I finally made the holes big enough to fit in, they didn't go on as well as I thought they would. Sorry. Here we are again, just had some post. Quite early for a Saturday. I know what it is. Okay. 4 plastic end caps. I went, as you can see on the sales sheet here, they do have flat end caps and ones with some strange domes on them. But neither are quite right. These aren't exactly screen accurate with a slight cone and a flat piece at the end, but I think the metal ring can go in there, which is quite nice. They are they're not the best plastic to take paint, but I will sand them lightly so they've got a bit of a key and give them some primer first. But I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't have one of the barrels downstairs with me, but I will check they fit on the end. I think they will add actually a little bit of length to the end, which isn't too bad. Maybe hot glue in there and then straight on, but obviously it needs painting. But 4 of them, they were reasonably cheap, got them from eBay. 40mm diameter. Yeah, happy with those. We're very, very close to assembly and paint day, which is really, really scary. And yes, literally 20 minutes later, it's a mess again. It's great, isn't it? Alrighty, I've come to the stage in my documenting of this thing that I think I've got enough clips to start editing. I've probably got a long video. I better get it in the edit and see what we're doing, and I hope it's not too long and or boring for you. Let's find out. We still have time. You want some more? Let's do some more. Okay, so this bit is going a lot easier than I thought, which makes a nice change. First thing I did, mark out and cut little sections out to allow for the brackets. Then I marked where the screws are going. I've screwed them halfway in. They're sort of wood screws, but tiny little holes in the plastic so they'd grip. And before I tighten them up, I'm going to give them some super glue so they don't wobble or move around. And then I fit the final rod on with a load of glue again and breathe a sigh of relief, I think. Well, as my friend Mr. G says, that was a bit of a chew on, or as we say in Wales, that was a bit of a potch, but it's on. I tried to glue it on once, and the slots in the white piece weren't cut slightly wide enough, so I'd get in there with a scalpel and before it glued and sort of dig them out a little larger. But I managed to glue the entire thing down. And it's decent. I'm happy with that, and they're still loose enough to put the strap on. And yes, thank goodness that's over with. Anyway, I think it's about time to end this video for this week. Sorry. Hello darlings, yes, I've come to an end of another video. Fortunately there is no painting or assemblage going on right now, but as you can probably tell from this video, this bit was a major pain. I guess that's the advantage of doing 4 things at once, or 4 props at once, is that you get all the teething problems out on the first one, and fingers crossed the other 3 will go a little bit more smoothly. But that's it for now. I don't want to go into the 20-minute mark, which would be crazy. You don't deserve that, neither do I. And let's face it, everyone stops watching after 5 minutes. Anyway, if you've joined me recently, and I know a couple of people have, hello. Thank you for joining. Thanks for sticking around. There's plenty more to watch on the channel. Plenty more stuff coming up, including I'm ongoing work on my next film project, which is a short film called Off-World Survivors. You'll see that in other videos. And hopefully, now next week, I'm trying to work out what I'm doing next week. I can't remember. Oh, I'll think of something. I'll be here as long as you're here. 5 o'clock Tuesday. I'll see you then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.